Why did you go down there with her?
To be honest, she needed to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And obviously the bathrooms are quite full in there. And I offered her to take her down the road to see if she wanted to go to the bathroom.
All right, and so she wanted to use the bathroom at Mama Hooch?
No, at Venuti.
Venuti.
Yeah.
Why didn't she use the bathrooms at Mama Hooch?
That's why I said they're busy.
Ah.
So if I just said, hey, look, I'm going down, I'm going to grab some stuff.
Yeah.
If you want, you can use this bathroom there.
Okay. And were you taking any drugs?
No.
Do you take drugs?
I have taken drugs, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
No. But on this night that we're talking about, did you consume any drugs?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Not to your knowledge?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I had a few to drink, so
no.
As I said, I felt fine that night. So.
Okay. How intoxicated would you be?
I had a few. I could say I was fine to drive at the end of the night.
Okay. We have a complaint that you've been supplying Class Bs, or what was supposedly MDMA, to some people at the bar.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it just one allegation, or is it?
Oh, with two separate girls come in saying that you, or a male identifying himself as you, Roberto Jaz,
Okay.
who works as a chef at Venuti, has supplied two separate females with white powder,
Okay.
MDMA. What do you have to say about that?
I've got no knowledge of that. No, definitely not me.
Why do you think this would come? Why do you think people would come and tell us that?
I've got literally no idea. This is what I'm trying to establish as well.
Okay. All right. What else went on that night while you're down there?
Not a lot. I mean, if I can keep this confidential, she sort of said to me she likes me. She's attracted to me.
Is that
and then she began sort of like obviously to kiss me and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously it was a bit sort of awkward. And then from that point on, she just snapped out of it, and I got this mark on my neck from her.
Which mark?
There's a mark on my neck
from
her, which I didn't think too much of. But then she was like, "Oh, I gotta go," and then she left. And I was just like, "Are you alright? Do you need a taxi or anything?" And then she had left, and that's why I was a bit sort of confused at what. And when you mentioned the name, I was like, surely that's not related to, what's going on. But
you're saying sort of come on to you.
It was probably a mix of both of us. It wasn't really her forcing it or me forcing it or anything like that. It was sort of like, there was an attraction there, but it wasn't really engaging into doing anything.
So you've kissed each other, and she's somehow scratched your neck.
Yeah.
And you've got some scratches there that you've just shown me.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then,
which at that point I had like noticed her, and she was like completely like, I thought she might have been drunk. I didn't know she was on any drugs.
Okay. And then what did you do after she scratched your neck?
I would just ask if she was okay.
Yeah.
And this is what's actually shocked me, because if the other girl was there, I would have noticed her. Unless she came in behind us and I've not seen her. Because obviously I didn't turn the lights on.
So was there anything else that happened while you're down there? I mean, you're down there for half an hour or so. Was there any other physical contact between you other than just the kissing?
To be honest, she started to grope me, and then obviously, one thing led to another. It wasn't really, there was no sex involved.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Explain in as much detail as possible exactly what you two did and what you recall happening.
So from my point of view, we were kissing. She started to grope me, undo my pants, and then perform a bit of oral sex, to my knowledge. And then from that point on, she got up, and then she's like, no, it's too much. So I sort of grabbed her to see if she's okay, and then she said, I can't really recall what she said. She said, what's going on? What are you doing? And that's when I started to sort of question, is she okay? And then she grabbed me and kissed me after that, and then that's when I got the mark on my neck. And then from that point, I was like, are you all right? And then she kissed me again, and then I was like, something's not right. And then as she walked out, I said, are you okay? I said, do you need a cab?
Where did this happen?
So where the bar area is, there's a back room behind.
Okay.
In there.
In the back room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how does it that you got the scratches on your neck, how did she do that?
Well, obviously, as I said, as I was talking to her, after obviously everything was happening, I got she got up and as it tried to sort of, it was weird because obviously the lights were off, and she had just, I think as she sort of got up, I guess I don't know whether she thought maybe something come to mind or struck her or something, and then she just started scratching me.
Okay.
And it wasn't me being forceful or anything like that. It was just more, and that's where I was shocked. From that point I was like, are you all right? Are you okay? And then from then on I was a bit sort of shocked, and then she obviously left out the door, and that's what has got me confused. That other girl, as you say, she says she was there. I don't recall her being there. So, obviously she had left, and I'd seen her leave.
You said that she undid your pants and performed oral sex on you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you perform any oral sex on her or anything?
No, well, she was sort of, I thought it was consensual, and then obviously I started to grab her, and it wasn't in a violent way for her to then scratch me. It was more like it felt right, consensual.
Okay. You say that you were unaware of a third person being there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As I said, it wasn't forceful, and I don't recall her ever saying stop it, because she was reciprocating, I guess you could say it, and it felt consensual.
Yeah. And
so if it's come across that way, I kind of feel bad for that now. As I said, this is just, I don't recall that happening.
She also says that you pulled her hair. Eventually she got out of the restaurant.
Wow, this is...
and has had a medical examination,
Mm-hmm.
and as part of that examination she has bite marks on her stomach,
Mm-hmm.
and round bruises on her left shoulder of about a 2 centimetre diameter, and a number of bruises and scratches on her back consistent with her statement.
That's very disturbing for me. Yeah, it doesn't sound like me.
No, so I think you need to tell me exactly what's happened, because
to be honest, as I said, I had been drinking, so as I said, I'm amongst the night, I have vague memory of what happened. I remember bits and pieces. I mean, obviously it stacks up because I've said the times, where I've been, where I've gone. But obviously, drinking, I must have been probably heavily intoxicated then.
So, both girls have said that you've, at the bar, lined up some white powder into some lines,
Mm-hmm.
which they've then consumed, snorting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a consistent statement from both of them, and that's what we're concerned about, is what what the drug is or what it could be, what they've consumed?
I've definitely not had anything on me that night.
What about at the bar? See anything at the bar?
No, not that I know of.
This is something you do regularly?
I go out regularly. On Saturday nights I drink. I will consistently probably go back and forwards to the restaurant to get ice. Yeah, so it's how would I say it? It was nothing out of the ordinary that night. I mean, as I've been drinking, could I have had something put in my drink? Possibly. Which has got me concerned now, why I'm thinking that I've not remembering parts of the night.
So
I could have potentially had something put in my drink, I don't know, which has made me sort of losing
obviously
memory.
Vanushi's been sealed off,
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be examined today.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be looking for all sorts of things like DNA for them,
Mm-hmm.
and drug residue,
Mm-hmm.
all that kind of stuff. So
Yep.
knowing that, and knowing that we're going to do the examination, is there anything you want to say?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, mate. Well, what I'm going to do now is going to take another quick break.
Mm-hmm.
But who'd be spiking your drinks? I mean, this is a bar that your
but
family
obviously
owns. And
but
works
the thing is, if I'm drinking a drink, and there's like occasionally if I've stopped and I've probably gone to pick up some glasses or something to help out, and then I've gone back to my drink. Is there a possibility that my drink could have had something in it? I don't recall of videotaping anything.
That's to cast sort of doubt on
it's
the
definitely
management of your bar, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's obviously I had a few drinks, but definitely don't recall her.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.